Welcome to another episode of Chad Sports Talk. You don't know, my name's Chad. Take a dive with sports. And welcome to a continuation series of my top 50 greatest baseball players of all time by positions. Today's video is going to concentrate on the third baseman, the hot corner. This is a position I tried to play myself and epically failed. It wasn't that good. It's where one of my favorite players of all time kind of plays. I was a big Wade Boggs fan when I was a kid. So I enjoyed the third baseman. There's been a lot of quality third basemen sitting over there in that corner. I mentioned Wade Boggs, Mike Schmidt, another great. George Brett started there. Brooks Robinson's probably the greatest of all time to play that position. Eddie Matthews is another good one. Those are some of the spoilers I have in store for you. But before we dive any further into this, if you could, go ahead, smash that thumbs up for me. Especially like the content I provide you. Really appreciate you two guys help promote this channel out. You can subscribe. A lot of you guys review my work. I love you all for doing that. Now, me, if you subscribe, this costs you a dime. Helps me provide more entertainment value for you. Now, with like all my other videos dealing with this, there's been a few caveats to this. So, any player that's been in multiple positions but are in the Hall of Fame as a certain position goes here. I think that's George Brett. George Brett and played both third and first. If they're not in the halls, what they're best known for is what they get put in for. I think on here, I think Todd Zeile kind of fits that bill. I believe he's in this list somewhere. He started as a catcher and moved out to third, so some type of names you kind of look at and see that they've been in different iterations here and there. So you get that going for you, and of course with the some names you won't see on here, those have been banned from baseball. Those have been suspended for pretty much half a year or more because of other choices. Have been also kind of removed from this. Definitely those have been suspended more than twice. Definitely got removed. So for this one, there's no A-Rod. You won't see A-Rod in here. He's played some time frame at third base. He's not in here because of his year suspension. I think overall he was like one of the best players, but how much of that was actually his talent, how much was him using. But that's a debate for a different time, and one I don't think I really touch, because there's a lot of players on here I think people will say, well, they obviously did it, but never tested positive or got suspended. Or if they got suspended, they only been suspended once. So that's, I'll leave that one as is. But with all of my other videos, as you know, there's always a slide presentation of my top 50 selection. This is my top 50. This is not going to be your top 50. This is what I perceive the top 50 is. It's not going to be correct in a lot of eyes. I think the players on here, not many will doubt. I think probably about 4 of them, I think everyone agrees are part of the top 50 third baseman. And it's not, it's like I said, it's my ranking system, so it's a little bit, probably a little skewed. But I'll let you enjoy this trip down memory lane, and I will see you on the other side. Well, I hope you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. There's a lot of great players on there. Another player I really liked, I played third baseman. Pretty obscure to a lot of people, unless you're fans of a particular team he was on. So four-time Bandy champion Bill Madlock. Now, one of the reasons why I kind of like him is we kind of went to the same high school. Not at the same time, mind you. He graduated long before I actually went there, but he was like one of the three major league players that came out of my high school at that time frame. He's the only one that really made a name for himself. So, a little shout out there, as you probably noticed, and with that selection, there was 15 of them that were in the Hall of Fame. One of them was in the Canadian Hall of Fame. 31 World Series titles, 3 of them won the World Series MVP, 8 won league MVPs, 83 Gold Gloves, 7 Platinum Gloves, 53 Silver Sluggers, 224 All-Star selections, and 2 All Major League Baseball teams, or excuse me, All Major League Baseball selection, and not to mention the 2 that are in the Major League Baseball All-Century team. Now, like with any other selection, there's your honorable mentions, cutting room floor. How do you want to label these next 15? These are players that definitely, had some great marks that could have, put them on there. It just kind of fell short here and there. This include the remaining 3 Hall of Famers. They'll have 11 World Series titles. One of them was a World Series MVP. There's 3 league MVPs, 8 Gold Gloves, 2 Platinum Gloves, 13 Silver Sluggers, 32 All-Star selections, and 2 All-MLB selection. And I'll let you tantalize your juices with these 15, and I'll see you on the other side. Well, I hope you enjoyed those extra 15 players. A lot of them, like I said, are definitely quality players that could definitely, make it up there, and some young talent in there that could probably make some noise if they continue to play where they're playing, especially Matt Chapman. And there's a couple other names I'll kind of mention. Those are kind of I had up there initially that pretty much, and then had dropped them off here and there. Joe Randa. He didn't really get any accolades. He was just a solid performer for the Royals. Eduardo Alfonso, Bill Bradley, one of the older players out there, along with Art Devlin, and then Kyle Seager is another one. All these guys were just hustling and doing what they had to do for their position, for their teams at the time. Not huge statistically, not many accolades between them, so it's kind of like it kind of fell a little short. But hey. But those are my selections. That's my top 50, and then my honorable 15, Cutter Room 15, as I like to call them. And who did I leave out? Which player do you think it should have been in here that I didn't include? Now, do remember that A-Rod and Ken Caminiti are ineligible in my polls. Statistically, these are part of the. A-Rod is definitely one of those players who should be on the list anyways because he's just that good. But there's that other cloud hanging over him and his numbers. So same thing with Caminiti. He was known for a little bit of issues off the field that kind of led to his early demise. So that's being said, and I'm not going to touch that in too much. I'm going to get flagged by YouTube on this one, but there's the reason why those 2 are not on there. But besides those 2, who Walsh included, there's been a lot of players that play at third base. I might let someone out. You can just let me know down below. And just stay tuned for the next video of this series. It will be the shortstops. This is where you see Cal Ripken and Derek Jeter and Ozzie and Barry Larkin. I mean, you'll have some great guys that played short. You'll definitely be a highly charged one as well. So I'll get that one sorted out to you soon. In the meantime, just let me know down below what you think about these lists. Who am I leaving out? What are you looking forward to seeing coming up? Once you're there, make sure you hit that like button once again. You can also share this video with friends and family. It really helps promote this channel out. Once you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification. That'll let you know next time I post a video. And I will see you next time on Chat Sports Talk.